guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be my collection update or deck collection update, the decks that I want to work with until I feel like it's spring, which could be just 1 week knowing how the season changed around here, but let's hope not. So it's still the end of winter kind of here, but I kind of feel like looking at nature that we're ready for spring. There's a lot of sprouts coming out and trees and everything started to I'm not saying blooming, but start to get ready for spring. So we will see what's gonna happen. With this one I try to be more mindful, and for this season I actually have less decks to choose from, so it was easier to just pick out the ones that I feel like fitting for the energy of spring. I have 4 tarot decks and 4 oracles and 1 affirmation deck, so it's not that much that I had for winter, which was like 18. So I'm hopeful that I'm gonna be able to use them more, even though I'm gonna start the Wildwoods Tarot study, so that will be something that I will be using daily. But I will be doing like weekly readings and stuff like that, and I will be trying to okay, so I'll try to be more active on Instagram as well, or here in the community post with readings, so I can actually use these decks more often. So fingers crossed. Okay, first one is a new one that I got. It was a Kickstarter, but it's coming out in mass market edition form soon as well. It's the Sephiroth Tarot. It's a peep one, but I kind of feel like it's a perfect. I like this card so. A perfect one for. Why is it all upside down? Oh, it's not. I'm just not seeing it rightly. So it feels like because of because of the greens in this deck, it feels like a perfect deck for, like, look at this, spring. What did I want to say? So it's a peepish deck, but I don't mind that, to be honest. I don't know what I think about the peeps yet. I think it's more about more Marseille than not. Oh, do I have 2 lovers in? Okay, maybe I haven't chosen all the alternate cards yet. I thought I did. I have to decide, because I don't want to have multiple cards in the deck yet. Or not yet, just, not in the deck. So these are the cards. I have a flip through and a walk through and everything, first impression. Even though this one is like, like, to me, it still feels like a very good one for spring. So this is gonna be one of my main decks, or, the one that I would like to start using. I kind of lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to think what I wanted to say. A second one is the Field Tarot. It's interesting that both of these are kind of peepish. Like, where's I like 2 of these with 2 of Pentacles. It's simple, but I think it's very well illustrated. So. And I like the keywords because there are keywords for the minors. So I kind of want to see if I would use it more as an oracle, because I kind of felt like that when I was using it the first time. Or I would be using it as actual tarot deck. Because when I looked at cards like this, the keyword was what was the one that jumped out to me more so than the name of the card. So I'm curious, so we will give this one, hello, that a chance as well. So this goes into my spring pile. Another one, which is a new one, but I was eyeing it for such a long while, and I did an invoke reading with it recently, is the mystical moments, and I took out the alternates from this one. So at least I did that, because this one has alternative cards for the kings, which was cool. So this is a collage deck. I really like the style. It's just I love the colors. It's just so colorful and flowery, and that's one of the things that, you know, obviously spring means to me, even if seasons are not as they were before. Flowers obviously are associated in my head with spring, so any deck with flowers are gonna be in this selection. Okay, so Terror of the Mystical Moments, and the last one is Ostera. I know we're just, you know, leaving him all behind, and Ostera is quite, or maybe not quite, but, you know, for a while now. And I don't like this setup for this deck. I don't know why they had to do it like this. I understand that the box is pretty like this, but it's not good for the deck, so yeah. And come to think about it, 3 of the decks that I chose for this season are edged by silver or gold. Interesting. This is a collage and collaborative deck, and that usually is something that I don't like. But with these 4 artists, I even though, you know, there's different art style, I never once felt that I was thrown out of a reading because the art style was different in a card. So for me, it's still quite cohesive. It's cohesive enough. But I know that when I was using it and then I wasn't using it, I kind of forgot a few of the meanings of the card that they picked, because there are some changes, if I remember correctly. So, and there is some extra info that I remember kind of what it is all about, so I'm curious if I will have to go through the guidebook again or not. I mean, just my notes. But look at that, the Empress for Ostera. And I don't even want to put it back in a tray like that, but that's a tarot deck that you're probably going to see, hopefully. I feel better about less decks than I did, you know, with the previous selection, so more hopeful. The first oracle is the Botanical Inspirations. Oh, extra stuff. I don't need that. Which I edged to match the backs. Flowers in a beautiful, you know, like old parched paper style, which I really like. And even though I will probably have to use the guidebook with the readings, because there are quotes on these cards, the meanings are not necessarily obvious just by it, you know, looking at the flower, if you don't know flowers, and I do not know flowers. So, oh, but that's my favorite one, the tulips. But yeah, I have the guidebook. It's here. I can use that because yeah, it's a very good guidebook and a good deck if you use it together. And I'm assuming, you know, I hope it goes without saying that even if I have a problem with the deck, it's not the deck's fault. If this would be the only oracle deck that I have, I would learn what every card means, because it would be on my table all the time. But I have more than one, so, you know, sometimes I struggle with it. Okay, this deck is something that I still have, but I'm not sure how long, because I have issues with with some of the things that were missed in the guidebook and the mixed ups with astrological signs, even though I don't really care about it. So, you know, maybe I just don't care. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, I don't care. I will use it as a strictly keyword based oracle with a pretty artwork, because honestly, the keywords are really good. I can use the elemental part if I want to. I like the illustration style, obviously. This was one of the reasons why I picked it up. The keywords are good. It's just that for me, the guidebook lacks. but maybe it's not gonna be too bothersome. I haven't found another one instead of this yet. That's why I still have it. One that I absolutely adore and use is the Garden Dragons. You know, dragons plus flowers and plants and vegetables and fruits. Look at that. It's a really good one. It's a cute deck, but I really like the keywords, and the illustrations are really well done. Even though, you know, I would never imagine a dragon would look like this or this, they are still cute. Like, look at that mushroom dragon with the illusions. Potato dragon is support, so the vegetables and fruits are spinach with strength, are chosen very well. There was, I think, only a few where I didn't really felt like pea pod like organized, but at the same time, if you think about it, it's organized because you put the peas in a pot. So, you know, it's not, I would have probably went with community, but I forgot which one is community, but yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I love it. And I'm gonna be using it more. And there's some flying tiny thing here that's annoys the freak out of me. Until I can, I'm sorry, but kill it, because, yeah. So, not Star Dragon, that's the other one. Field Guide to Garden Dragons. And one deck that I haven't really used, but I want to. So I'm putting it here to give it more of a chance, and I think I will use this one more frequently with the Wildwood, because I feel like, obviously, they are from the same realm of things. Because this deck is absolutely beautiful illustration, but the keywords are not necessarily helpful, like the dance, or okay, dark card is good. Shapeshifter, okay, Temple of Water, like what exactly it's all about. The Owl Tower, I have no idea. So I went through the guidebook once. There's a frog. And I did all the, making notes and learning things, but I kind of forgot. But I want to work with this deck more often, so we'll see. Gratitude. Oh, look at that. The deck is grateful that I want to work with it. So the Goddess Temple is going to be one as well. And the last one, the last one is my Little Flower Petals affirmation, which I'm gonna pull a card for you guys, because I'm grateful you guys watched this video. So let's have a message that we can take away with us for spring. It's quite a simple one. You know, these little rock wool ones are simple, but they are very useful and very usable. I like the size and the shape. It's easy to shuffle. If you want to, you can easily carry it with you to work. If you work in a place where you want to or can display something like this as a daily reminder of something positive to look forward to. And why am I not getting a card? Come on now. Okay, let's do this one. Set boundaries well to ensure good growth. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking about more something like, but this is a useful and a smart one, because you cannot actually grow into the person you're supposed to be if you let other people to walk all over you and use you in ways that you're not okay with. Because sometimes you let other people use us and we're okay because we get something out of it, a lesson or whatever. But if you don't have your own personal space, if you don't draw those boundaries, you're not going to be able to actually spend time with yourself and grow and change. So this is a little message for you for the spring season. And yeah, these are my decks that I'm hoping to work with, and I'm quite optimistic, which is good. I'm already feeling more optimistic about this one than the winter decks. which I was optimistic when I did the, you know, selection. But then just the season rolled in and I was like, oh, what was I thinking? But with this one, I'm kind of feeling this is doable for a few months, hopefully. I mean, I don't know how long, like I said, how long I will feel the energy of spring, but we will see. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. Hope this was useful. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below, do all those YouTube things because those actually help my channel. Makes me feel like I'm not just talking to myself. So please do comment down below and with yours deck selections, and if you see something that you know, if you saw something that you like, there should be a walkthrough and a flip through of all of these decks on my channel. So if you're interested in more of the if you're interested in one of them in more detail or more, please do check them. And I have one about 6 months in as well, which actually has my longer time experiences. But let's stop here, and thank you so much and see you next one. Bye.